What happened when the popular girl begged you to help her pass English? Anastasia cornered me after English class, blocking my path to the door. I need you to tutor me. My parents will literally send me to boarding school if I keep failing. I tried to step around her. Ask someone else. She pulled out her latest essay, a 48% circled in red. Please. Everyone else said no. You're my last option. Great. So I was the bottom of her list. I'll pay you $20 an hour, she offered. I didn't need her money, but then I remembered that a recommendation letter from our teacher for helping a struggling student might boost my college applications. Fine. Library. Tomorrow after school. She looked relieved. Thank you so much. Her enthusiasm seemed excessive for someone who just hired their last resort. The next day, Anastasia showed up 5 minutes early, which shocked me. She had her textbook, notes, and color-coded pens spread across the table. Where do we start? I sat down reluctantly. Have you actually read Romeo and Juliet? She nodded. 3 times. I still don't get why they're so dramatic about everything. We spent an hour on the balcony scene. Anastasia took notes on everything, asking questions that weren't completely surface level. So the light and dark imagery represents their forbidden love? When I confirmed, she wrote it down carefully. Our teacher never explained it like that. After 3 sessions, Anastasia's behavior made me more confused than anything else. She brought coffee for both of us, remembering I liked mine black. Figured you'd need caffeine to deal with me, she joked. But she was actually improving. The way she interpreted everything showed me she was genuinely interested in learning. I think Lady Macbeth is more complex than just being evil, she said during week 2. I asked her to tell me more. She's breaking gender expectations, trying to gain power in the only way available to her. It was surprisingly insightful. Where did that come from? She shrugged. I've been thinking about it a lot. Her friends didn't understand our arrangement. They'd whisper when she walked with me between classes. Why are you spending so much time with him? One asked loudly enough for me to hear. Anastasia's response surprised me. Because he actually helps me understand this stuff. Problem? The defensive tone was unexpected. During our 5th session, she seemed frustrated. My ex said I was wasting time on tutoring, that I'd never get it. She was gripping her pen tightly. He sounds like an idiot, I said without thinking. She smiled slightly. He was. That's why he's an ex. By week 4, I noticed changes in myself. I looked forward to our sessions. Anastasia would lean close when I explained passages, and I'd lose my train of thought. You stopped mid-sentence, she'd point out. Where were we? I'd scramble to remember while she watched me with this expression I couldn't read. She started texting me questions at random times. I once received, is Ophelia actually crazy or just pretending? At 11 p.m., we'd have entire conversations about Shakespeare over text. My roommate noticed. You're smiling at your phone a lot lately. I hadn't realized. Anastasia's dedication only intensified the closer we got to her exam date, always asking me to stay after our scheduled time ended to go over the themes again. The night before her exam, she was near tears. What if I fail anyway? What if I'm actually too stupid? The vulnerability caught me off guard. You're not stupid. You've improved more in 6 weeks than most students do all year. She looked at me intently. You really believe that? I nodded. I wouldn't lie to you. Her pupils dilated. I know you wouldn't. Why do you care so much if I pass? The question hung between us. I just do, I said lamely. She stepped closer. Is that the only reason? My heart was pounding. Anastasia, you should get some sleep. She looked disappointed but nodded. Right. Big day tomorrow. She texted me immediately after the exam. I wrote 6 pages, used every quote we practiced. I waited outside her next class. When she saw me, she ran over. I think I actually did well. Without thinking, she hugged me. I froze, then hugged back. I knew you would. She pulled back slowly. Celebrate with me tonight, please? I agreed before my brain could interfere. At the restaurant, Anastasia seemed nervous. There's something I need to tell you. She took a breath. You were never my last option. The confused look on my face made her explain what she meant. I've been sitting near you for 2 years, watching what you read, buying the same books. She pulled out a worn paperback I recognized as one of my favorites. I switched into your English class on purpose. When I started failing, I saw my chance. She looked directly at me. I've been wanting to talk to you since sophomore year, but I never knew how. This was my now or never moment. Before I could respond, she leaned across the table and kissed me. Please say something, she whispered. I kissed her back.